Good day to everyone. Today we're going to talk about the percentage. To be honest, it's my third try, but anyway. So let me just introduce what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about the percentage, where we may face it in real life. We'll talk about some examples, and then we're going to solve some basic questions. And the one IGCSE, I guess, hopefully it will not take really long time. So the first of all, we need to understand what is the percentage. In fact, percentage is a number, but not a simple number. Let me say it's a fraction. Wow, percentage is a fraction. But what the difference between the fraction and the percentage? Let me just show you that percentage is a fraction, but a specific fraction with 100 in the denominator. Yeah. So you may ask, what if I want to show not only 1%? Well, let me just show that this is going to be 1%. What if I want to represent that maybe 55%? Let's check it out. 55% is going to look like the 55 over 100. It's so easy to understand. So it says something like number. Of course, it's also number. It's something like ratio, but a ratio which brings us to thoughts that it's a fraction, but not just regular fraction, specific with a 100 denominator. This is good. Could we match some connection between the percentage and the fraction? Nice. And now it's time to, if we know how to convert the percentage to the fraction, we're able to convert fraction to the decimal. And here we may see the connection between three of them. Okay, what is the condition to see fraction as a decimal? In a denominator, we need to have round numbers such as 10, 100, thousands, and so on. So if we see 55 over 100, we may easily say, we just put in the two decimal place, and we'll have a 0.55. I guess it's pretty understandable how to understand the percentage. Okay, with that we could, hopefully it's clear, yeah. Now let's talk about where we may see the in a daily routine life percentage. Any ideas? At least 3 examples. Anybody? Yeah. Okay, good. So in the news, we may see some stock market increased by 20% or decreased by any other percent. Nice. Good example. What else? Anybody? Okay, some survey, also nice. Let's say in our school, we made a survey to what do you prefer to have in a breakfast? Kind. Okay? And the 75% of students, for example, voted for the boiled egg and the oat cereal or porridge. Also nice. And the last one I'm going to tell by myself. For example, I do have a favorite item in the store, but for me it's too expensive. And I'm waiting for some kind of discount or Black Friday. I think such a feeling you also have. I think you have some items also to buy, but maybe you're collecting money for that. And it's still quite expensive and you're waiting for some kind of sale. Nice. It's a good examples. Thank you for your share. Okay. Now we're gonna, from the theory, we're gonna do some practice. Let me show you, yes, I'm gonna cover this layer 4, I'm gonna proceed to the layer 3. Let's see, as you may see, notice here on each side, on my left side, on the right side, you may see there's some basic questions. Find out the percentage of a number, the increasing number by some percentage or decreasing or whatever. Take a look, pay attention. We have more than 100%. Wow, also interesting how to solve that. And the second part will include real IGCSE question from the past papers I took from the Cambridge website just recently and just copied to my smart board. Yeah, of course. So now, let's solve the first question. The 15% of 40. The first step, of course, we need to structure how to find it. First of all, we need to understand as a fraction, 15% is going to look like 15 over 100. And then we need to multiply by what? By a number, what we're looking for 15% of that. So if we're looking for the 15% of number 40, we need to multiply by 40. Sorry. And then, do we know how to multiply a number by a fraction? Yeah, previous knowledge giving us understanding that we may easily cancel the O's, and then we'll have a 15 multiplied by 4. Easy, even for the grade 3 or grade 2, 3, the students could easily multiple the 15 by 4 will be 60, and in a bot we'll have a 10. And then again we're doing the same, cancelling the O's, we'll have a 6 in answer. So I'm going to write answer here, answer will be 6. Let's take a look at the second question. What we see, number 40 increased by 15%. Wow, what is that increasing? It was 40, now we get an extra 15%. So not only 100, we may just call it like we have now 115%. It's wow, it's something extraordinary. But how to handle? We may just do such a way. Since that we know that 15% is a 6 of 40, yeah? What we'll have, 40 is a 100%. Of course, we could easily just add 6 and we'll get an answer 46. But let's just make some structure, get the logically understanding what we're going to do. 40 is a 100%. Right now, we adding to 100 plus the 100%, we add 15 extra. And we need to find out what is this 15. Of course, we calculated just that amount, just this number. So in fact, we'll have a 46, or let me just write a 40 plus 6. This will be the 100 plus our 15%. This is how we're going to deal with the number 2. Okay, let me just, should I erase? I'll make it later. Okay, number 3. We got a number 120 and decreased by 25%. Wow. Now we're working with a decreasing some number by the percentage. What we'll have, of course we have several ways. I'm going to give you one of them. So 120 is a 100%. 100%. And we decreasing by 25. Tell me, how many percent do we have right now? If it was 100, we subtract 25 and decrease by 25. Right, 75, you're right. So 75%. It's another way how we may solve. If we're going to put a variable x, we may solve as a proportion. Right? Okay, I'm not going to do that. It's quite easy. Just multiplying by crossing numbers, and then we'll have a final result. But let's think logically what happened. 75, we need to find now 75% of 120. Okay, as we solved in a number 1, we should do 120 multiplied by 75 over, 100. And here again, we may just easily cross the O's, which bring us to 12 multiplied by 75 over 10. Of course, I can simplify 75 and 10. And it's gonna be dividing by 5. Yeah? 75 by 5 will be what? 15, and in a bot we'll have what? 2. 12 and 2, something like happening here, the clash. Okay, 8, doesn't matter, will be 1. So finally, in a denominator we'll have a 1. 6 multiplied by 15, we'll have a final result. Okay, it's gonna be 16 by 6 by 15 will be 90. Great. And the last one, let me just quickly erase the question 1 and 2. And then I will proceed to, we need to find 135% of 20. Okay. Let me show a different way how to solve. 135% of number 20. Is that number 4? But 135 based on what? 100% and 35. And here, coming to my mind, what? 100 is a 20. And 35, we don't know yet. So what we should do is to find out the 35%. Or, do you know how we may solve such a question with a decimal? Okay, giving you quickly small example. I need to find a 50% of 20. Easy, really In fact, 20 multiplied by 50% as a fraction will be 50 over, oh, you cannot see that? Oh, sorry. It's going to be 50 over 100. If we simplify, it's going to be 1 over 2, right? 1 over 2 we may see as a decimal is going to be 0.5. So all we need to do to find the 50% of 20, we need to multiply by 0.5. And then we're just moving, okay, just canceling each other, this decimal place, and 2 by 5 will be 10. And we know that the 50% of 20 is going to be 10. Now, what I want to see 135% as a decimal, we need to write 1.35. And all we need to do is a 20 multiplied by 1.35. Let me move the one decimal place. It's going to be 2 multiplied by 13.5, and then we'll have 27. Pretty easy. Hopefully it's clear for you. Let's move on. How to, let me just quickly erase that, all these 3-4 questions, and then we're going to solve the, as you see, last question. I need you to prepare maybe your own 3-4 questions. Something like maybe will be your homework, or you may do it right now, and I could easily give you 5-6 minutes, and then you're gonna just switch the notebook with your neighbor or with your mate and try to solve it by yourself. You're gonna observe that. Now what we're gonna do, blah blah blah, past the 5 minutes, and then we're gonna solve the question 1, and the first one and the last one. In 2003, Jerry bought the house. Okay, just want to tell you, it's really important to get any information from any sentence. For example, we know that in 2003, Jerry bought the house. Okay, good. I'm really happy for him. In 2007, Jerry sold the house to Mia. Wow, nice deal. And moreover, he made a profit. He made a profit. What is? Oh, sorry. What does the profit mean? What does the profit mean? He got some amount of money. He increased his money, so he got more of the origin that he had before. Yeah. So now, 20% profit. Okay, good with that. In 2012, Mia sold house for 162,000 pounds. Wow. A huge amount of money, and still she made a loss. So the amount decreases by 10%, and it's equal to right now to 162,000. Wow. And the question is, how much Jerry paid in 2003? Okay, but firstly, we need to write down what we do have from this. Tell me that we have a 162,000. What is this? How we may call that? What is the? How we may notate that? What is the amount? What carried this amount of money by itself? She made a loss of 10%. So which means this amount of money only 90%. It's really important to understand that this amount of money is only 90%. Yeah. So next, could we find 100%? Again, we could easily use the proportion to find out the x, this unknown. I'm just giving the variable. Hopefully you already passed this topic with the variables unknown, we may easily call that. So we may use the proportion, the cross multiply, and then we'll find that. But let's think about how to find another way, just solve the logically. For example, you don't know how to use the proportion, or you forgot, for example. What's the common between 100 and 90? Take a look here. If we're able to find out from this expression that we need to see the 10%, how we may find the 10% of this number, what we should do? We should divide by what? Right, divide by 9. 90 we may see easily is divisible by 9. But how to find 162,000? Is it possible to divide by 9? I'm going to show you easy way. Sorry, I'm going to show you easy way how we may do it. How may we how we may understand the number, any number, and the huge number is divisible by 9 or not. So if the sum of digits 162000, sum of these digits divisible by 9. So this number also divisible by 9. So 1 plus 6 plus 2 will give us 9. 9 divided by 9. So which means this number divisible by 9. So let's take a look. 162 divided by 9. What we'll see. Divide by 9 we'll have a minus 9. We'll have a what? 1 here. No, 7 here. 72 and 1 here. Minus 72. Of course, you know the times table, yeah? And it's going to be 18. Nice. We may use that right now. From that, we may understand that the 10% will be 18,000. Going to be 10%. And how to get from 10% 100%? Think carefully. Of course, multiply by 10. It's bringing us to 180,000. Going to be 100%. So now we may understand that the jury sold the house to me by the what price? 180 pounds. Okay? We good? We good with that? And we know that this 180, 100,000 is with the profit 20%. How to write down the profit 20%? We had 100%, and above, in addition, we have a what? Extra 20. So, okay, let me just break it down here maybe. 180, 100,000, okay, is going to be 120%. So again, let me use the different variable, kind of y might be. We don't know, but we need to find 100%. What's common here? Okay, let's think carefully. Of course, we also may use the proportion. But in a different way, let me show how we may solve that. Okay, we may see that 18 and 12, something common, divider, have to be. We need to figure it out. And 18 and 12 is divisible by 6. So let's see if we're gonna divide by 6, we'll have a here 120 divided by 6, we'll have a 20. So we'll find a 20%. 20% is gonna be what? 180 hundredths divided by, okay, 18 divided by 3, which means 30,000 pounds is a 20%. Since that, we know that 20% is 30,000 pounds, and we could easily find 100% by multiplying by 5 both sides. I think it's pretty easy. Multiply by 3 by 5 will be 15, and extra 4 O's. 15 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then finally we get the result, the 100% of our seeking, the work out there for how much jury paid in the 2003. We could easily say that the answer will be 150. Okay, 150 pounds. Let's check it out. Okay, he bought a house for 150,000 pounds, and then he got a profit 20 increased. So 10% will be 15, 20% will be, if I'm not mistaken, will be what? Yeah, you're right, 30. Extra 30 gonna bring us to 180. 180 we're gonna decrease by 10%. 10% of 180 will be 18,000, which we're gonna subtract from 180, and we'll have a 162. To be honest, really complex question, not easy. But anyway, we solved that really good, and you also, all of you, really awesome. So for today we've done. Thank you for your attention. Hopefully we learn. By the way, wait. I give you a homework. Let's one more talk what we learned today. So we get the understanding what is the percentage, connect with the real life, I'm just showing to the window, connect with the real life situations or kind of cases, whatever, and then solve the one IGCSE question. I think it sounds pretty good. Anyway, one more, thank you for your attention and good luck.